What's up guys, welcome to another video. So as you can see, I'm actually camping here. I'm actually in Northern Ontario, just outside of Timmins, Ontario. So I've been tagged on a video challenge and I am going to tag them back. So it's the Flexi Vegan who actually nominated me for this video, and basically he answered a couple of questions and I'm going to answer the same questions. So let's get started. Okay, question number one, when or why did you go vegan? I went vegan 2.5 years ago. And I went vegan, actually, funny enough, watching another YouTuber, which is Jinty, which is nothing to do with veganism. She actually travels with her husband and her children in a van in Australia, but she's vegan. So over the course of me watching the video, she would kind of show what she ate, and I'm like, oh, I can see like the benefits of that now. So I kind of slowly started eating like that. Well, not slowly, I went like basically overnight, started watching all the documentaries. But yeah, she was the one who inspired me. So thank you, Jinty. I'm going to tag you on this. Okay, so number two, actually, I just answered that. Who inspired you to go vegan? It was Jinty, and she has a YouTube channel. You should definitely check her out. She lives in a bus now with her 2 children, but I watched her before. She was in a smaller van and she just tours around Australia. Beautiful life, fun life, and her partner and her children are vegan. So, favorite documentary. Probably What the Health was the very first one I watched. Once I started seeing and I had decided I was going to go vegan, I actually started watching all the documentaries. So once you kind of know the first one you watch, you're like, what? Like your mind is kind of blown and you don't believe all the stuff, and then you keep watching more and more and more. So yeah, What the Health was the very first one I watched. Is anyone in your family vegan? No, nobody is vegan in my family. No friends are vegan, nothing. So yeah, I'm just a little old me in this big world. So yeah, a little bit challenging. Do you know any vegans in real life? Yes. So one thing I would recommend if you are new to veganism, or if you're trying to be a vegan, definitely Google and see if there's any groups in your area. So I was lucky enough, when I first went vegan, I was basically clueless, didn't have any friends in this world that were in the vegan life. So what I did was Google vegan groups, and I actually stumbled across, so not in my town, but like the city right over, we have a vegan group. So basically every month, all the vegans come together and we would go to a different restaurant every month and we would check out their vegan menu. So it didn't have to be a vegan restaurant, because we only have like, well, we had 2 in my city, my town at the time, we only have 1 now. But basically, yeah, we would go to a different vegan restaurant, a different restaurant, as long as they had a vegan menu, and then we can go and chit chat, and then you kind of meet and you mingle with other vegans. So now I can say I have vegan friends, but I didn't before. So, what else? Favorite vegan dish? That's hard, because honestly, I've been hooked on salads lately, but that's because I have my own garden and I have been growing. Obviously, I haven't been home for like 10 days, so I'm kind of anxious to see what's growing in my garden. But yeah, I've been really hooked on these salad bowls, like massive salad bowls, just things from my garden, which is weird because I've never eaten so much salad in my life, but which is funny also because as vegans, people think that we eat salads all the time, and like for the first 2.5 years I never ate salads, and now it's just because I'm growing my own, I'm like, oh my god, I have to eat this. Okay, so favorite vegan dish, okay, I did that. How do you react to interactions with meat eaters? Either them being rude or making ignorant or false claims or having general questions. This happens a lot, obviously, because like I said, I'm the only vegan in my circle of friends or in my family. There's a lot of misconception out there, which obviously I was one of them who obviously fed into the lies and thought that meat was, a healthy diet. So it's been a challenge, I have to say. It hasn't been an easy way. I'll let this car go. It's definitely been a challenge. I kind of try to share my knowledge when I can. One thing I do always say is cholesterol only comes with eating animals, and a lot of people aren't aware of that, and I didn't know that before I went vegan. So that's, a lot of my friends are, we're in the mid-40s, late 40s. A lot of my friends are having health issues now, and they don't really realize the correlation to eating animals. So that's the thing, I try to educate them and say, cholesterol only comes from eating animals. And they're like, oh really, I have high cholesterol. Well, maybe you should cut down on your animal consumption. So it's kind of good to educate them. Sometimes it does get into heated arguments, but whatever. You know what, you know your truth. Once you've seen the truth, you can't like unsee it, kind of thing. So you want these people to be around and be healthy and live a long life, so you have to educate them. And if they don't want to hear it, then that's on them, right? Like, you can't change them, but at least you told them the truth, kind of thing. Favorite vegan YouTubers? High Carb Hannah, I definitely watch all of her videos. There's another couple that I watch that are actually vegan, but that's not what their channel is. It's about traveling, and that's Amen and Beck. So they're Canadian YouTubers that actually travel around the world. Well, they're traveling around Canada right now in a converted van. So I do watch them. I also used to watch Max and Lee, but they broke up, so now I watch Max with his videos. He's actually building a van in Australia. Yeah, because I think that's actually my second love. So I'm not just vegan, I'm very interested in the van life, even though I can't personally do it, because that's not what, you know, my husband and I are, that's not our plans for right now, but I like to live through them. So I do watch them. Let's see, I used to watch V-Gains. I stopped kind of watching him for a while. I did watch the, what was that name of the vegan couple? They were actually in Toronto. Oh, and then James Aspey. I have to watch James Aspey, so I do watch him too. Is there anything, food or anything else, that being a vegan introduced you to which you haven't heard of or tried before? I think jackfruit. I never ate jackfruit before I went vegan. I'm not sure actually. Maybe mushrooms. Mushrooms, obviously, I knew about mushrooms. I just never liked mushrooms. But I do know there's many health benefits of eating mushrooms, so I have tried to tolerate them, I guess we'll say. So I do actually cook with mushrooms sometimes. It's just I'm not a fan of it. But I do, if there's a dish and it comes with mushrooms, I don't say, you know, don't put it on. I just add it with it because I'm like, it's good for you. I'd love to eat it. Okay, where do you buy your groceries? Pretty much anywhere. In Canada, we have tons of options. We don't have Whole Foods, but we have Farm Boy, which is kind of a Canadian equivalent. We also have Superstore, which has a lot of vegan options, so I do shop there. And then we have Healthy Planet. We have lots of different stores I can buy my stuff at. Do you miss anything from the time that you weren't a vegan? I think maybe the obliviousness, if that's even a word, but like not really realizing that eating animals was wrong, you know? So back in the day, I would just eat whatever because that's what everyone does. It's like, you know, you're just kind of born into it and you just think, well, if everyone else is doing it, you don't think there's anything wrong with it. So ordering fish and chips or ordering ribs, you know, you're not really putting the connection towards an animal, like an animal gave up his life unwillingly for you to eat that meal. But when you're eating it, before you were vegan, you don't really make the connection. You're just living in bliss thinking, well, that, you know, that's what they're put on this world for, blah, 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 you're just eating it. But now that you realize, you know what, you're making a connection. Like, you know, so when you see people around you ordering those things or enjoying those things, it's very hard to not get stressed out, because knowing what you know is like, you know what, they could have chosen something else. And now obviously there's like a million products out there, any replacement food that you want in a vegan option. So it's very hard to think that somebody would think that their taste buds are more important than an animal's life. You know, that's very hard as a person. But anyways, I think that's it. Let me just check. Okay guys, so I was nominated by the Flexi Vegan, so I definitely encourage you to go check out his channel, and I'll put his link below. And I also nominate Eat with Empathy. So I'm going to request, or I'm going to put the challenge out for her to answer these questions in a video also, and I'm going to put her link below too, and you can check out her channel. So thanks so much for watching, and until next time, live your life with kindness for all living beings. Take care. Bye.